So used the modern available techniques of computer design. I'm not trying to say you by anyone, but the young generation of architects, and this is true also in the United States, okay, by the way, it's not. So that group is not able to put a package together that is buildable, okay? So what happens is, for example, it's so used to AutoCAD, say we have to do a joint, okay, they do, oh, it's very fancy, but it is not buildable. In the old days, the engineers sat there and said, okay, I got to do this joint. Let's say I'm just going to talk about a simple mortise and tenon joint. They sat there and they did it physically. Is it going to fit? Is it not going to fit? What happens if it shrinks? The computer doesn't know what happens to the wood when it shrinks, right? When you're drawing, does it? Everything fits, right? But wood shrinks. So what happens when wood shrinks? You get gaps, right? So that you thought was a rigid joint in wood, which is never possible, is no more a rigid joint after 6 months.
And it somebody expands.
Yeah.
Because a lot of moisture.
It expands and it also contracts. Both. They're both. So because of those issues, it is really important for all of you to see what happens. If you can do it with your mind, draw the sketch. If I do this, that, then it will start to make. And restorative architecture. You forget that principle, you are doing some major injustice to restorative architecture. Do you understand what I'm saying? So again, that same chuku thing, the gaps. Where are you going to put your carvings? Where are you going to put your struts? How do you know where to put it?
I faced that problem by others.
Exactly, okay, right here. So the only way you can do, you have to go back into maybe old pictures and try to surmise, oh, from here to here is that distance. I see 10, were they equal? Probably not, because of some tantric guy saying, what n asymmetrical change you need, so maybe one was just offset a little bit. Nepal is very complicated, it's not easy. United States is okay, there are no gods and goddesses to deal with. You got only a 200-year-old history to deal with. And even there they take meticulous pain to make it perfect. Over here you are dealing with history, 2,500 years, 3,000-year-old history. And the intangibles are so many. And I'm sure you all have not defined every one of them. I'm pretty sure of that. So who has done the research to define all the intangibles at Kasthamandap? Who has done that? Every one of them you have defined?
Maximum I have done.
Okay, whatever you have. Okay. Now you have to give that to Mr. Baranji and say, Baranji, I found these are the intangibles. You have an own opinion. He's going to come back and probably add 5 more for you. No, Baranji? Take it to a Govado, he's going to add 3 more. So once you catalog that, and then you have to sort that out and say which is fluff and which is correct. Maybe I gave you the bogus story about the kharga and all that. If that is true, then this significance is completely different than just the kharga jatra, yeah? So who's done that research? Where is the historic architect doing that research?
Then connecting the intangible and
The tangible.